Well, Fantastic Four tried to tag team with Jurassic Park on Superman, and it's just it's not working. The crowd's just not biting. It's over. Uh I think Superman's gonna win this one. If you ask me, I mean, let's be real. Who, I'm not gonna violate the Fantastic. I was about to say some shit. I'm not about to do that to them. Growing up, I really liked Fantastic Four, so I leave that comment be. But with that being said, Superman passed $600 million worldwide. Uh, Big fucking W. It's looking to end its theatrical run with something around 670 million, is what the reports are saying. We shall see by the time I think next weekend or this weekend rolls around. So yeah, man. Well done, James Gunn. Well done, DC, on successful run with Superman in the theaters. We didn't get a billion, but we didn't need it. You don't need it. To say that you need a billion is it's pretty that's pretty silly. If you ask me, I'm just say it simply. It's silly. And Superman didn't need a billion. Batman doesn't need a billion. Clearly, he does. He's gotten a billion before, but he just doesn't need it. Uh, yeah, I never understood that weird obsession with if it's a superhero movie like Superman or Batman, Spider-Man or Captain America, Star Wars makes a billion. It's a successful movie. That's not necessarily true. It's only not a flop so long as it breaks even and is able to turn a profit. So if a movie costs $200 million to make and produce, you know and you got to put it in theaters, you got to pay the theaters. You know what I'm saying? So there's a cut of that. And let's say that movie you made that cost $200 million ended with let's say $650 million run. And let's say the theatrical cost was probably like 100 mil. You'd pay 100 mil to them, and obviously you got to take that money back you just put in for making this movie. So there goes 200 million, right? So we what you would call it? We spent $300 million already. Now we got 350 million. The actors are paid already. All that in a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay all the dues, taxes, all that shit. There's still some shit to left over takeover. So let's say that's about 100 grand, 100 million right there. Now it leaves you with $200 million. This movie turned pretty good tail in theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the right terminology was, but you know what I'm saying? This movie essentially did good in theaters. So maybe you'll make off depending on, again, if you didn't market it anywhere else, do any additional marketing. But if you did, we'd have to round up to 100 million, because not only did you spend that on that once, you're doing it again in the same places in the same volume. So now that leaves you with $150 million. And again, so long as there's no other costs, there's your profit. And once again, that's success. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about what's being put in. This is why people back then was saying Man of Steel was a flop. When it necessarily wasn't. It turned a profit, but it was essentially an underperformer. The fact that it costed $500 million to market, produce, and essentially, get played, and everything of that nature, it's just, and it only made the studio $42 million. That's not really good. That's a bad thing. Whereas the Batman didn't necessarily do that. The Batman had a 400 something $million something production and marketing budget alone, and it made over $700 million. After all the costs and shit was done, it was like what, 173, something like that. It was some crazy shit. I've talked about this before on live. I'm not going to keep regurgitating the shit. The simple fact of the matter is that Batman turned a fucking profit, way bigger profit than Man of Steel, and it's looking like Superman might do the same thing. That's what I'm looking at right now. Somebody needs to release like the number detailing down to the dot. You know what I'm saying? What this studio has turned over to profit, because then people will understand how this shit works. Adjusting for inflation is not going to fucking work, because you're going to fucking release Man of Steel around this time and it's not going to make that type of money. You understand what I'm saying? Like it would have done the same numbers. You can adjust for inflation all you want. You don't adjust for inflation on movies. You don't do that because of the simple fact that it would have done the same thing today. Don't you get that? Aren't you understanding that? Yeah, if you adjust that number that was in 2015 to today, of course you're going to get more. But to sit here and say, well, if you adjust it for inflation, it's more. Well, yeah, dumbass. That was all the way back in fucking 2013 to 2010s. Yeah, but it didn't make that. That's the fucking point. You're not going to sit here and say, oh, with this, that, and third. No, that doesn't work like that, bro. I'm sorry. You can't just sit here and say adjust for inflation, adjust for inflation. No, it don't work like that. It doesn't. I'm sorry to tell you. Adjust for inflation on everything else. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's why people kind of look at y'all funny when y'all say that. But I'm kind of starting to yap. I don't want to do that. Kind of just want to get to the main point about this whole entire video. DC is slapping Marvel right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And another good movie with Marvel isn't necessarily releasing a mid or a bad movie, God forbid, is not gonna be good. And I'm telling you, if Supergirl slaps and Brand New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day is not what it's supposed to be, ooh, you're in trouble, Marvel. You are in trouble. If Supergirl beats Spider-Man, that's a problem. But if you ask me right now, I don't think that's going to happen. Only because it's Spider-Man. All the kids know it's one of the easiest things to put on for your son. Yeah, I mean, my parents did it to me. Your parents did it to you. You do not try to deny it. We didn't even know about Supergirl until we knew Superman. Not trying to say it like that, but that's just what it is. With that being said, if by the off chance Brand New Day flops, fuck, that would be a turning point in history. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, there should be no world where that happens. I'm sorry. And right now, I'm more DC than Marvel. But, like, we're talking about fucking Spider-Man here, bro. And he's back. And he's coming out in the same fucking year as Supergirl. In the same time, if I'm not mistaken. The same fucking month. Bro. I'm telling you. If you thought Superman and Fantastic Four was going to be some shit, no. This is about to be some shit. This will be the true test of, a true test of might, if you will. Because it's getting interesting. That's why I had to make this video, because it was more than just like what's going on right now. What's going to happen next year? You see what I'm saying? And then 2027 only going to be better with the Batman Part 2. It's great to be a comic book fan that goes to watch the movies and shit like that, because it's more than just looking at it like, oh, what's going on in the story? Nah, what's going on with them? Like, how are they releasing their movies? What's competing with what? And it's Supergirl competing with Spider-Man. And it's got Punisher and Hulk in it, with Lobo being in Supergirl and possibly Brainiac. Bro. And Mr. Negative being in the main villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Bro. Bro. Motherfuckers about to throw the fisticuffs, bro, in terms of like movie competition. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I hope Brand New Day does not suck. But again, I'm gonna pour the biggest glass of whiskey if Supergirl slaps Spider-Man in the theaters. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna pour the biggest glass of Irish whiskey and pour up to Kara if she slaps Spider-Man in the theaters. Because, my God, in talking about popularity, like, Spider-Man's up here. Way up here. Supergirl, like, she'd be lucky to be right here, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even trying to sound like that, but it's the popularity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some little girls know about Supergirl, but it's because of the dresses and the costumes and everything of that nature. But you got to think there's so many people that know and love Spider-Man. It's insane. Like there's more people that know about that will recognize him or like he's their favorite before Superman because he's a lot more interesting. I mean, let's be real. I don't want to say like Superman is not interesting, but like when you're talking about somebody who's swinging on artificial webs and crawling up fucking walls, beating the shit out of bad guys in New York City, I mean, yeah, no, that's a pretty interesting concept. I would watch that movie or play that game, read that comic, and we have. So yeah, man. I mean, it's exciting. Honestly, it's exciting. So, I mean, I'm over here fanboying out and shit's got me fucking cheesing like a fucking nerd and shit. I mean, I am, but like, what the fuck? Anyways, I mean, all motherfuckers got to do is lock in, and that's really all that matters. I don't care who beats who, but Supergirl's got to be good. But if it does beat Spider-Man, DC's got it. DC wins. DC's got it from here. There's no way they don't. There's no way they don't. Because of the simple fact of the matter that you beat Spider-Man in theaters in popularity and in a better movie. Yeah, Marvel's done. If you can't win with the face of your company, you're fried. That was the problem with DC. Again, it's not that Man of Steel was bad. It's not bad. I love Man of Steel, but it's that not everybody loved it, and it's just what it is. They loved Civil War. They loved Guardians of the Galaxy. They was loving that shit. Iron Man, and it was because they were written well. Iron Man 3 may have not have been the best one out of the trilogy, but it was still fun. That was the thing. You see what I'm saying? It's not about ha ha, jokey, comic, whatever. It was just fun. You see what I'm saying? Man of Steel is not necessarily fun. It's heart. I wouldn't say it's heartbreaking, but it kind of is at the same time because Clark watched his father die after his father was like, "No, son, let me or a farm in the fucking tornado." But I mean, I understood what was going on. He didn't want him to fucking expose himself to the world or anything of that nature. But you know, everybody's got an opinion. It was just a scene that didn't have to happen overall. This is why Pa Kent dies of a fucking heart attack. Sorry. Moving on. Again, it's not that Man of Steel was bad. It's not. It's just that it was very compelling. It made you like, holy shit. Like it was very grounded in the realism. And as you kept watching, you were like, like what the fuck's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, how is Superman going to stop this? You didn't feel fun there, and I'm not saying you were, you should have, but it was like it with a Superman movie, you should have had some type of fun in there, and there just wasn't. There was so much real, real life shit in there, and it was like that's Black Label. And if you don't know what Black Label is essentially DC for grown-ups, DC rated R. So not for your kids. Don't go ahead and be buying anything from Black Label DC because I'm telling you this right. Like like for your kids, I mean, that would be for you or me. That would be something you and I discuss. So yeah, man, keep that in mind. But that's Black Label, and basically, I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, but it's the moral of the point is that like this shit wasn't for everybody, and that's understandable. It's a very niche type of movie, niche type of like background writing and everything of that nature, and it's like it works for me, but it doesn't work for everybody. And I just feel like that the fans and the nut huggers of Zack Snyder in these movies just have to understand that when we're saying these things, this is what we're telling you. And you just gotta listen. You just gotta listen to what we're saying. That's all it is. Because we understand what you're saying, but to completely dismiss everything else of that nature is whatever. But I'm not really directing this shit to them. I'm directing this like I'm just saying in general. But I mean, yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I just feel like DC, they got a chance. They have a chance. They got Marvel stumbling right now. We're getting close to the last round, and they looking good. They are looking good. Let's see how bad this video ages. I mean, I don't know. If you tell me, you tell me. I mean, you're probably a DC fan. You probably wanted this shit to win, and I don't fucking blame you. And you're probably gonna keep rooting for DC, and I support you. I fuck with you. Definitely do that. Me, I'm chilling. You see me, I'm chilling. I'm waiting, and I mean, I'm waiting, but I can't wait. If that makes sense, it does. It does. That'll probably be it. I mean, shit. I know it's been a little bit. I've just been a little busy. That's all. Just doing other shit. Sorry. I said it before. I'm not a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do that shit before because it was like everything on my phone, but now you gotta do a little setup and shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of that. And I think I covered everything. Superman, Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, if you're sorry, if you're wondering, I didn't catch that yet. I didn't catch Fantastic Four. I wanted to, but like I said, I had a lot going on. I really did not have the time, and I'm still trying to get some shit together, and maybe before it leaves the fucking theaters and I have to resubscribe to Disney Plus, I'll catch it before it does. But if I do catch it, I'll give you a nice review on it. But I'll be honest, like I've kind of like gave up on Marvel when it comes to the movies. I'll read some comics if it looks good, especially Philip Johnson Kennedy, I think that's the name, doing the Hulk shit right now. It's a very good story. I like that one. Um, but with the movies, it's like I'm just waiting for Secret Wars and Doomsday. That's really all it is. Um, yeah, tell me what you think. You probably like Superman already. Did you see Fantastic Four? Tell me what you think. If you, um, I don't care about spoilers, but I ask you don't do spoilers just in case there's somebody that watched the video and stumbles upon the comments. Not that there's going to be a lot, but just keep it light, just in case there's somebody there and they're lurking. They're like, ah, fuck, I didn't see the movie yet. Come on, I've been avoiding this all the time, because I didn't see the movie yet. There ain't no spoilers in here, so you good with me. I know what happens, but I'm not. I didn't say anything. I'm not saying anything. So, but yeah, that'll be it. And fuck with y'all. Yeah, I'm saying everybody that's stopping by, thank you for stopping by. I will see you next time. And shit. I hope it's in Gotham. I hope I see you in Gotham. And if not, I'll drag you there on the fucking rooftop. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.